Hello friends, in this lecture we will continue with pattern options and we will know about some more option in pattern feature. Now to understand this, go to open and the next type of pattern I want to create is polygon pattern. So select this polygon pattern from here and click OK. And now we can see in this preview we have already created a polygon pattern. So I select this pattern feature from here, right click and delete it. Now we have a circular part and then we have a simple hole inside this. So I go to pattern feature. In the layout type I'm going to select polygon. So inside the polygon we can create a polygon of any number of sides. Like we can create triangular, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, etc. So we just need to select the number of sides. So let's say the number of sides is 6. So first thing, as we know, we need to select the pattern to feature. So zoom in into this, click here, simple hole, and then specify the vector. So vector means we need to specify the rotational axis. So axis we can take this top surface, select this face, and it will automatically select the center of the circular part as its axis. And here we can see the preview of an hexagon. So inside each hexagon we can select how many number of pattern we want. So right now the count is 4. We can select this as a 3 to have a better view. Now span is total angle. So this span is 60 degree. All the remaining options are default and click OK. And now we can see a hexagon has been created. Each hexagon is made of 3 patterns. Now I go to this pattern feature once again, double click, and then we can find a similar option that is called create concentric members. I click for this option and then we can specify a pitch distance. So let's say this distance is 30. Number of count is 2. Now we can select inscribed or circumscribed. So we have 2 types of members and then click OK. So again we can create the concentric members just like we do in circular patterns. Now I select this pattern, right click and delete it. After that we will learn about next type of pattern. So go to this pattern and we can select this, that is spiral pattern. Now as the name suggests, we can create the pattern in the layout of a spiral. So select spiral pattern. Now inside this we need to select the feature to pattern. We can also select the feature from model tree. Click for the simple hole. Now we can see it is selected. And then go to specify normal. So normal is going to specify the direction. So let's say the normal is top face. And then we need to specify the direction of spiral, where this spiral will go. So let's say I am selecting this vector as its direction. Okay, so this spiral is going from the circle like this to this direction. Okay, to this vector. So let's say if I select this vector as direction, so go to this reference vector, and that time the spiral will go with respect to this vector. The distance we can specify here. So radial pitch and pitch along the spiral. So let's say I decrease this value to 25 and let's see the change. So again the vector I want to specify is this vector. Select this vector and then number of turns. So let's say number of turns I select 2, and pitch means the distance up to which the next pattern will come. So we can reduce this pitch value. So let's say this is 30. So we have more number of patterns. So in this way we can specify the parameters. Again we have direction like left-handed and then we have right-handed. Okay, and then we have spiral by number of turns and total angle. So I can specify the number of turns. So we just need to specify these parameters and click OK. And in this way we can create these spiral patterns. So for the next type of pattern we can see we have along pattern. So to understand this I click cancel, go to this open, from here go to along curve, select this part and click open. Now inside this part we have already created a pattern. So I select this, right click and delete it. So I go to pattern feature. Here we need to select the feature to pattern. I select this feature and then we need to specify the curve. Okay, here we need to select along option and then we need to select the curve or the path. So select this curve option and select this curve one by one. Select this, hold the control key and select the second curve and once again select this curve. So this complete curve is selected and then we can reverse the direction. So now it is going to start from here. Okay, after that we have option like rigid, offset and translate. So I can select offset. Offset means it is going to create pattern at some distance. So number of counts, let's say I want 15 and the location, it is showing the error because we need to specify this proper value. So let's say this value is 7. Now we have proper pattern. So basically this location is the percentage of pitch. So it means at each 7% of the length there is a pattern. So I can click OK. And now we can see this pattern is following the curve. So again we just have to make some changes into the parameters and we can create the patterns. Next type of pattern I want to create is reference pattern. So reference pattern is used to create pattern of pattern. To understand this, go to file and click open and then go to reference pattern and click OK. Now inside this we can see we have already created a linear pattern. Now what I am going to do is I want to make some changes into this all patterns. Now to do this what I can do is, let's say I want to insert an edge blend. So go to this edge blend option and here I zoom in onto this and select this edge. Give this some radius value, let's say this is 5 and click OK. Now I want to create this edge blend in all the patterns. Now to do this we use the reference pattern option. Go to pattern, select feature. So we need to select both. Select this and this edge blend. In the type we need to select reference pattern and then we need to select the patterns. Take the mouse of any of the pattern and all the pattern will be selected. Now we can see it is showing the reference and then we need to select the base handle. So select for the base part and click OK. And here we can see the edge blend has been created in all the patterns. So in this way we can use this reference pattern.